I'm Natanya from the Natanya Experience. I mean, my guest here today is
Michaela.
Michaela. I'm sorry, I'm Mike. I'm filling in for Natanya. Natanya had a terrible accident.
Yes.
Are you familiar with?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am.
The accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I happened to be there when she was dancing on the stage with everybody else, and I don't want to get into no railing. She fell off the stage. And
Yes.
took a very tragic spill, and we're lucky she's here today. Believe it or not. Yeah.
I was very shocked.
Yeah. So anyway, thankfully she's recovering,
Yes.
but it's going to be a process.
It is.
Yeah. So
It's going to take time.
and we're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to be patient with her.
Yes.
I'm not very patient, just so you know, but I'm doing the best I can. So Michaela, you're here. Natanya's told me a little bit about your business. You're involved in construction.
Yes.
Okay, but more than construction, you're specifically involved in.
Fire escapes.
So my father was a fireman. I don't know if you know that.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, and so I'm very familiar with fire escapes.
Yes.
And the significance of them and the importance and what it goes into. As a police officer, I climbed many a fire escape as well. Okay, so I have a connection to fire escapes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story about. Well, there's a couple of them, but one, my father as a fireman. You would be able to probably fill me in better. Some fire escapes you pull and they're weighted.
The counterbalance.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, counterbalance staircase or ladders. Mhm.
Now is that how they still do that today?
Some. It depends on if they're grandfathered in. If we build a new fire escape, some of them do require us to do a counterbalance.
Now, how does that come with a code? Like
It is with the code.
so, the code to the building or the code to that particular fire escape?
No, it's the state, New Jersey state building code.
Okay. No. So the question for me, and now I'm getting a little interested now in this. I see now you got me. I like to dig down, so
Okay.
If that's not comfortable, you tell me. So New Jersey State Fire Code. Now I have a new building
Yes.
or an old building,
Okay.
and I take the fire escape off because it's in disrepair. Mm-hmm. Do I have to put on the same fire escape?
Yes.
Same codes and all that stuff to that particular fire escape.
It has to be the same. Yep. It has to be the same fire escape to today's code.
Okay? So there might be many differences, but
Yes, yes.
so the particular thing was I was into the counterbalance thing, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because my father pulled down a fire escape one time. I don't know if it was because some slid down.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
tell me the
some have
difference.
there's hook ladders, where they have a hook at the top, and then you pull it off the hook to bring it down.
Okay.
And then some have a counterbalance.
Right.
Where you just pull them and they slide down.
They slide down.
And then you have staircases.
Okay.
That are also
Because
counterbalanced.
my father pulled down one in the fire department, I guess to get to the roof. Sometimes it's the quickest way.
Yes.
Rather than wait for the ladder, they'd pull down a fire escape. Or maybe there's someone in the building they want to get to real quick.
Yes.
And this is back in the 60s and 70s when Bushwick, you may know because you're in the fire business,
Yes.
when Bushwick was burning.
Yes.
They called it,
I've heard of it.
you've heard of Jewish lightning? Did you ever hear?
Yes.
You've heard of that
I
one,
have,
right? Okay.
yep.
Well, my father was on the front lines of that as a firefighter
wow.
in Bushwick, and he worked in 230 engine and 108 truck. Then so he was a truck guy, which is a pretty lofty position. Yeah. And he ended up pulling down a fire escape one time, and ended up in the hospital because he ripped his chest muscles. I don't know why that would be.
Very heavy.
Well, yeah, because back then, I'm going to say that, the firemen had a keg of beer at the firehouse and they ran out and put out fires, right? And that's how they did it. I mean, I'm just going to be honest, sorry, Dad, or the Coke machine didn't have Coke in it, okay? Let's put it that way. And it had to, back then it was Rangold, Schaefer, and Peels, okay? So
That's before my time.
Yeah. Not mine. How old are you? Anyway, so my point is that he pulled down his fire escape and he ripped his chest muscles. And my father's in good shape, He's a strong, powerful guy. But I guess maybe the angle or whatever it was. And he ended up in the hospital. He thought he had a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
So here you are in a fire, and now you got these radiating, because you don't know where you're pulling muscle necessarily. He thought it was his heart. He
Yeah.
thought his heart had a heart attack. So they took him to the hospital, rushed him off to the hospital, and they told him he had ripped his chest muscles. So because of the fire escape business
Wow.
that you're in,
Yeah.
right? That you were connected directly to. Now, so how long have you been doing fire escapes?
Total around 12 years.
And you do this business with?
My husband.
Okay.
We're a family-owned business. It's my husband, myself.
How many
our son.
people build fire escapes?
There's not a lot of us.
I would imagine not
No.
many. Now, is there a lot of business? Not that I want to take any of your business away,
Oh, come
but
on.
is there a lot of business?
There is.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
stunned.
we are. It's required because you have to have a certification. If
Okay.
you don't have a certification, if you want to sell a property, buy a property,
So do you issue the certifications?
we do. We're like a one-stop shop.
Okay, so you build them,
We build
repair
new
them,
ones. Yes.
and then certify a current one?
Yes.
So how often do they have to get recertified?
5 years.
Every 5 years it has to
Yeah.
be recertified.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning about the business here. I'm gonna take out a pie chart over here and see where I can fit myself in. So what brought you to? Was it family business?
It is now. Yes.
Okay. What brought you to? How did you end up in it?
We had a friend, from before, and he had another friend who owned a fire escape company. He was
Okay.
just starting.
Mm-hmm.
This was back in 2015,
Okay.
and my husband had just come home from prison,
Okay.
and he needed a job.
He did a little
He
stint.
was actually working at a firehouse, reeling in the hose for around $7 an hour. So, needless to say, that wasn't.
He had $1 an hour more than I got, just so you know,
see?
when I came
See?
home from prison.
Yeah. So, so this guy actually gave my husband a chance. He'd never welded before in his life, And when he started with this guy, he had one other person working for him, and my husband taught himself how to weld, and we watched him grow. I became like his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
I did all of the fire escape inspections. So I climbed.
You climbed? Mm-hmm.
all the fire escapes. So I was the inspector.
Right. Interesting.
So he taught me what to look for, when climbing the fire escapes, what damage to take pictures of. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, I listen. I'm certain that that the business
Yeah.
is complex.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it should be, by the way. Just full disclosure, that business should be complex.
Yes.
Because it's life dependent.
Absolutely.
You know what always. This is one of the things I always think about when I see fire escapes, and we'll get into something in a minute. But
Okay.
I want to talk about you. But when I look at this fire escape, I wonder: is it going to fall off the building? Is that common? Do people commonly?
Oh yeah, of course.
To me, I'm always.
Yeah. I
feels
get
like-
a phone call. I get phone calls like that.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not.
No, it's not just.
I'm not crazy. When I look at this fire escape, I go, how does it? I mean, just a couple of bolts.
Yeah.
How does it stay?
They're actually.
'Cause they're
through-bolted.
heavy.
Yeah, they're through bolted into the building, actually.
So when you explain that to the people out there who don't know what a through bolt
So
is.
when you build a new fire escape, there are things called trusses, and they're large angles. So you put these angles through. So you have to go from the inside of the building
Okay.
to the outside. So,
So-
they're put through the building with like a 4-foot angle.
Oh,
on
so
the
there's
inside.
something inside
Yes.
keeping it there.
Yes.
Ow, I feel
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
better. I mean, I was so scared because all I see is bolts. It's not funny. I was nervous on those things.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Imagine climbing them before they were fixed.
No, I'm not. I did like hanging out on them once in a while, though.
Yeah, I have a story.
A good one?
It's pretty funny.
All right. Well, I mean, you want to share it, you can. But I know one story that no one wants. It was in the 110 precinct. It was snowing out, and the guy fell over the 4-foot over the
no.
top of it. How does that happen?
Probably drinking on the fire escape. I don't know.
Or get thrown over?
You can get thrown over. Yeah.
Hey,
Depends on who you're messing with. Yeah.
They're still investigating that one.
Yeah,
that
they
guy
are.
met his
Yeah.
fate at the end. His 5 floors
I
up.
can imagine.
Yeah. On to another subject before I get called. I'm not a witness to that. I didn't see it, but I heard.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little about yourself. You got a little track record. You got a little. You're inked up there. What did you do? You went out.
Yeah. Well, I
Did you
definitely
fall?
have a past.
Did you take a few hits?
I did.
Okay.
More than a few.
Well, your husband did a few
Yes.
stints? 1, 2?
Yeah, we were actually. They referred to us as Bonnie and Clyde.
That's cool. It happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, young and dumb.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How long you been with each other?
We've been together almost 18 years.
Okay. So he came home at 15. You said.
Yeah.
So that means you stayed around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Did you do a little sunshine?
Little
rest? Did you get a little rest? A little college?
A little rest.
You got a little college?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you want to get into it a little bit? I mean,
You know, my story is jails and institutions and death. You know,
Are you sober currently?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 12 years clean.
Okay. Good for you. Cocaine, alcohol, pills,
heroin,
heroin.
cocaine, pills, everything.
Yeah? Wow.
Everything
wow.
and anything.
And you look
Yeah.
great.
Thank
I mean,
you.
You're recovering beautifully. I mean,
Thank
I hate
you.
to say it. I don't be disrespectful.
I work out.
You work out. So you take your, you're replacing some of the things with.
Absolutely. You know.
So give us an example.
Because it is, it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual.
Were you young? Was there trauma? What sent you in the path?
You know, my mother I was raised, by a single mother for part of my life.
So do you recommend a dad in the house?
I do have a relationship with my father now.
Oh, that's
you
nice.
know,
And how do you like that?
An amazing relationship. My mom was sick from the time I was 10 years old. She was a liver transplant patient, and I took care of her. So I was a caregiver from a very young age.
That's usually the ones.
And honestly, my mom, she was on Social Security and she had to do what she did to provide for me. So I grew up in the atmosphere, and took care of her for a long time. I was.
She
I got
passed?
in. She
She
did.
lived?
She
Yeah,
did.
okay.
She passed. She lived 21 years after her transplant.
Okay.
Which is amazing.
So we have Mike, the man you just met, has had 2 kidney transplants.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
That's
he's
amazing.
he's an advocate for transplants.
That's awesome.
And maybe we could just send a message out here to people who
Absolutely.
for livers and
Yeah.
kidneys. We discuss it all the time not on Natanya's show, but Mike's. And Natanya knows well, Mike's situation. That's really touching. Your father gets me.
Well, in his defense, it was.
No, in a good way.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead. Yes.
No
yes,
defense.
Absolutely.
We don't need to defend.
Yeah.
Our actions, they pay for themselves.
Well, my
we'll
mom
pay
and
the
dad,
price.
they were best friends.
That's cool.
When they were dating.
That's cool.
Best friends, and then when I came along, it just wasn't their time. So it wasn't either one of their faults. And like I said, I didn't have a relationship for a while because of my choices, my decisions. And.
So you take full responsibility
Absolutely.
for everything you've done.
Absolutely. And then he walked me down the aisle when I got married. So. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. You want give us a little rip what you went through.
My gosh.
I mean, if you're allowed.
Yeah.
You got picked up for
Possession.
Okay.
Possession. I was
Heroin, cocaine, pills,
crack.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Crack and heroin. Was arrested twice in the same day, Cranford and Elizabeth.
Okay. Twice in the same day.
Twice in the same day.
Thank God for no bail. Okay, stop. See, this is okay. I'm gonna admit this. People aren't gonna agree with me because
Yeah.
they usually don't.
Yeah.
But they'll understand. They saved my life when they arrested me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you?
Yes, absolutely.
So, I'm an advocate for arresting people.
Yes. My husband was we were arrested
Sorry,
together.
you might not like it, but I'm an advocate for it because it stops. They call it an arrest for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't necessarily know on this side of it when
Yeah.
we're arrested what the reason is.
Yeah.
But we're changing our life right now.
You're right.
Choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So my husband, we were arrested together, and we were in Cranford
Together.
Jail. Yeah.
Not
together.
both times.
No. But together the first time.
Wait, stop. He didn't get bail.
No. But he did. Eventually.
Eventually, yes.
So, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So wait a minute. So see, ladies and gentlemen, the women get treated special. I'm telling you, the husband didn't get bail. She did, and she went out and got picked up again. And I bet your husband was pissed off that you got picked up again.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
He was.
You were out still partying, right?
Yeah.
Was he mad?
Yeah.
He was mad. Wasn't mad you got picked up. Mad that you were out partying still.
Exactly.
How did I know?
Absolutely.
How did I know that?
And he was in the back room. They had him in the back room. And they were questioning me, and the guy was saying, we're going to take your car, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And my husband's in the back, and he was like, baby, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
What a fucking.
But yeah,
what a show. This is fun.
Yeah. We had a hell of a run, though. We really did.
Yeah.
A long time.
Children.
Yes.
During the time.
We have 3 adult children.
Okay. All right.
My oldest daughter's
How are they?
36. They're amazing.
Okay.
Are
they struggling with a few things? I know we don't need. It's their business.
Absolutely.
Little struggles though along the way.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because I have 2 boys and one still struggles.
Yeah.
The other, I think he's scared to struggle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was scared straight.
Yes.
Like.
I have one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, the dynamics is very similar then,
Yes.
probably. Yeah.
And I became a new mom at 50. Because our youngest daughter continued to struggle. Thank God now she's clean.
Oh, so you're raising her child?
We're raising her child, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
How do
gonna
you
be
feel
4
about
in
that? How
January.
do you feel about that?
He's amazing. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Okay. And how is your daughter? She's struggling still?
No.
She's
clean. Yeah.
Okay. Is she coming? The kid. How's that working?
She is having to face the consequences of her decisions. So she's not. She can't come here. She comes to visit, but she can't leave the state of Tennessee. So.
Okay.
But she's
Chattanooga?
good.
Chattanooga?
Knoxville.
Knoxville. Okay.
Yeah, Knoxville.
Yeah. I like Tennessee.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Is that where you're from?
Atlanta.
I said,
Yeah.
I picked up a little twang in you. That's when you said Tennessee.
Yeah.
I said something's a little different here now, because you made believe you were like a Jersey girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No.
Your husband got lucky, didn't he?
Yeah. I actually met him in Tennessee. He's a Polak.
Is he?
Yeah, Polish Ukrainian.
Okay.
And I met him.
Is he from Tennessee or is he from here?
He's from Jersey.
Yeah, I figured that's why I ended up here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, we came here because we were going to get clean in New Jersey.
Yeah. Good luck with
It
that.
worked. Later.
Anthony got you. Yeah.
About 6 years later.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, everybody's time is when it happens.
Absolutely.
You don't know when it's going to be. It could be on the way out the door. It could be never.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Is
absolutely.
It's the nevers, because there's a lot of people that get the never.
We recently just lost someone very close.
Yeah, and people don't know this, but most, not all, but most addicted people are very good people. It's just that they can't get away from it.
No, you're right.
And
it's hard.
It's hard, and it's staying stopped is very difficult, and you know that.
Yeah.
Right. And we lose people because most of us that are addicts, we have the biggest hearts in the world, and we don't want to let people down.
You're right.
And we end up letting people down.
Yeah.
And usually it's those closest to us.
Absolutely.
The
expectations we put on ourselves. It's
So you were a caregiver at a very young age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still am.
Yeah. And those are the ones that I believe get affected the most.
Yeah.
I'm not a shrink. I'm not a behavioral scientist like the doctor here, but I personally, from 64 years of experience and being around people in the rooms, out of the rooms, going in them, coming out of them myself, I believe that the caregivers are the ones, because they're so young and they're so responsible at a young age, that they never actually get that fun.
Yeah.
Am I telling you a story?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then when they get a little older and they get a little more freedom from not having to be a caregiver, they end up going off the rails.
Yeah. I was pregnant at 17.
Down. So, and I say that coming from a position where I had a very good childhood, but I felt like I was a caregiver.
Yeah.
I don't know that. So my parents would say you weren't, but I felt that I was. Because at a young age, a lot of the pressure, and I hate to tell this because my parents were wonderful people.
Yeah.
At a young age, the pressure of the family was put on me to take them to the next level.
Yeah.
Because Dad was a fireman, and that's just not good enough. I was the kid that was going to be the doctor, the lawyer, the accountant, the businessman. Because my first brother they would call him I'm dyslexic. They would call him we called him retarded back then. You were allowed to say that.
you
I
sound
think you're
like
allowed to
my
say it
husband.
again.
Yeah.
He was considered retarded, but he's on the spectrum, right? And my second brother should have been retarded. But he was more of like the haphazard, irresponsible brother who ended up doing 22 years in the fire department, by the way, and getting a nice pension and living a decent life. God bless him.
Yeah.
But I was the young guy that was like, because I was the perfect little baby. They were both incubators, the two of them, and I was born 6 full pounds. Like I was like a double kid already to them. They're like, look at this one. You know, so at a very young age, I was like the boss of the house, and all of my father's dreams were told to me. The house on the water one day, the house in the country one day. So what did I do? I had 4 homes in a condominium on the ocean.
God bless you.
By the time I was 24 years old, I ended up in prison at 32 or 31. I don't even remember. I don't even know how old I was now. 1992. So 31 years old.
32.
Yeah, 31. Yeah. You were 32?
No,
Oh.
my son is 32. He was born in 1992.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My son was born in 91. Yeah.
Yeah, I got one in 91 too.
Yeah. What
I
the
had
hell,
3 by
what the hell
21.
year was that? So anyway, so now you're running a successful business.
Yeah.
You pay your taxes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Not.
Good. I want to
not
make sure
very
Murphy.
willingly.
You in Jersey? I don't want Murphy coming after you.
Yeah.
All right. You know,
Yeah.
none of that stuff going on
No,
here.
exactly.
All right. Is there anything you want to say? Do you want to promote your business here? Do you want to write a book? What do you want to do?
Oh gosh, write a book? No. That's maybe Natanya.
She's actually paying very close attention here. She's giving me one of these.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, I know. She's that's the soccer player in her.
Yeah.
You know, she was a
Yeah.
dynamite soccer player from what I understand. Now she's a little nut job because she fucking fell off. She's a little. Anyway,
She danced herself off the stage.
We'll cut that out. But
Yeah.
but she's a wonderful human being.
Yeah,
she
she is.
has love in her heart for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah. So I'm gonna say to you, thanks for coming. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank
Is
you so
there anything
much.
you want to get out before you go? Is there something
All In
pressing?
Welding Services Incorporated.
What's the name of
That's
it?
All In Welding
All In?
Services.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Are you the
fabricate.
CEO or are you the?
I am the CEO.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the CEO. Your husband's not.
I'm 51%.
Okay.
He's 49.
Ooh, so there you go.
You got to get the big jobs.
There you go. I get you. I get you. Yeah. Well, listen. Your job is not just a job and profession. It's a service that you provide for people in this community, and
Yeah, we are. It's a necessity.
it's a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Natanya.
At the Natanya Experience, we believe we can all rise above challenges, heal, and shine together. And so we give big thanks to our amazing partners who share our vision of universal health and happiness.